Today we are taking a look at a brand new card that might actually make a very serious impact in the current standard meta. I am so excited to bring you guys today's deck because we have Coco reincarnated, guys. We have a brand new card from Tarkir that, in my opinion, might actually make some sort of effects in standard meta, because I've seen it being ran in Boros. I've seen it run now in this deck list that I put together, and a lot of different variations. But this card we're talking about today is United Battlefront. If you guys have not seen this card, people are comparing it to Collected Company because it does a very similar thing. It's got some drawbacks, but it also has some positives to it, in my opinion. It's sorcery speed, it's 4 mana, it allows you to go look at 7 cards instead of the 6 from your deck, and you get to take 2 non-creature, non-land permanents, which might sound bad, but this is really good with things like the Simulacrum Synthesizer, which we're basically pairing it with today as our win con. This is a card that if we can get 2 of on the battlefield, or even just 1 of these with another artifact, it's going to spit out some value for us immediately. So it works really good with that card. And again, it does require that we hit mana value 3 or less. So it's a lot of 3 mana valued things. We do go a little bit bigger than that for some other things, but that's because we run Repurposing Bay. So we can run a lot of 1-ofs and 2-ofs of things that are bigger than 3 mana. That way we get a really good Battlefront hit. And then if we get Repurposing Bay later, we can get value by sacrificing other artifacts to pull out, the 2-of Solemns, and then, turn that into a 1-of Gear Hulk. And then from there, you go into the, Gear Hulk, we sacrifice that and get the Nexus of Becoming. So pretty easy way to do that, but still have a ton of, early game 2 and 3 drops that can find with the Battlefront. We've got other important things too here today, like Temporary Lockdown, which is very good for mono red matchups and Boros matchups and things like that. So the deck list performed phenomenally, guys. This is easily one of the coolest cards from Tarkir. I've been wanting to play it, and today was the day I gave it a shot, and it did not let me down. And I'm going to be playing this in the future. Expect this card to make an appearance here on the channel, maybe even tomorrow. I do want to try Boros before it becomes overplayed, but I want to keep playing this thing, because we cruise through platinum and we're heading into diamond pretty easily with this thing. So enjoy this video, guys. I hope you guys have some fun with this one, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Enjoy. Peace. All right, everybody, here we go. We are playing the brand new Coco, the United Battlefront, and we're doing it today with Simulacrum. This is something I wanted to do really bad when we were doing the early access, but I didn't feel like I could, because it's not a card I can run with a bunch of other new cards from Tarkir. It's really kind of a lot of older cards, so I didn't think it was right for running it in the early access. So I'm super excited to play it today, though. We're doing it with Repurposing Bay and all that good stuff. Very good top deck right there. A little bit of life gain and extra card. Now, Collected Company, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I never played the card. I was never really playing Magic around that time. I know how important Collected Company is to, Magic in general, and what people think of that card. I've read the card. It does actually read almost exactly like this card, just for creatures. I don't know what people, used to put together with that card to make it work so well. But I know it used to be busted, so yep, a little bit of a Magic zoomer here, guys. What do we do here? Do we play the Repurposing Bay and try to push forward for, like, maybe hitting a big Battlefront, or just taking care of some of this nonsense? I feel like I have to take care of the board, right? I could hit a Temporary Lockdown, and that's kind of my goal there, but I can't really gamble on that, I don't think. Yeah, it's funny. I don't even really know what Coco is. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I know that's like, I've heard it so much that I know a lot of people are probably pulling their hair out right now. Like, this guy's never played Coco? Nope. You know those funny videos where people teach, like, non-Magic players cool Magic cards, and then they have them guess if they're good? You can do that with me, and I play Magic. All right, I got a Simulacrum Synthesizer out the top, which is actually pretty brutal, which means our Battlefront probably not going to hit what we need. That's 1 less Synthesizer to hit, but I'm still going to do it anyways, because that's what we came here to do, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a Temporary Lockdown. Give me a Temporary Lockdown. And I don't know what's the next card I want. It's definitely not an exiling card. Repurposing Bay is pretty good. Oh, we did get a Simulacrum. Perfect. That literally couldn't have gone better. That couldn't have gone any better. Are we just good? You know what they say, better to be lucky than good. I've never had a deck actually like play Synthesizer and play against Boros Mice so well. It feels like I'm not really in any danger, which is kind of crazy because, oh, let's do it again. And let's make sure we take this off the top because it's one less card deeper that we can potentially find something. Yeah, I thought, you know, running Synthesizer, one of the most, you know, scary matchups is aggro for us because it takes a little while to get the Synthesizer set up and rolling. But, I mean, not when you got Coco, right? Should we shoot for it again? I still have a ton of exiling effects to try to take this out. I might hit another Synthesizer too, you never know. Let's do it. There's no way, right? All right, yeah, we can take this and this though, which is pretty cool because I could assimilate that, and then the spring-loaded saw blades don't do anything now, but I can repurposing bay them away, repurposing bay it away, and get another Synthesizer that way. Yeah, our opponent is kind of cooked. Are they going to get the ball rolling here? I mean, they could play something like Sheltered by Ghosts on one of their mice too. Gain some life and stuff like that, and maybe take something imperative to my board. There's no way. Are we doing this a third? I actually feel kind of bad now. Come on. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Repurposing bay and you for sure. Oh my god. This card is broken, and we just ran them 3 of them back to back. That's insane. Oh, yes, please. Why not? Why not? All 4 Synthesizers on the field coming up soon? I mean, there's no way we're even going to get to that point, though. The opponent's done. What do you got? Smite? Might as well be a smite, right? I am shocked that they're still here. I am very shocked that they're still here. That's so crazy. The shuffler is just on some nonsense, man. GG! Oh, man. Too good, man. That was too good. All right, what does our hand look like now? We've got ourselves... Ooh, we've got a good hand, but we don't have blue. I still think we roll with it. Let's see what happens. Roll it. Another Boros player, huh? Surveilling this time, though. All right. Fountain Port. The Fountain Port could create us a treasure, which is something, right? We need to get the clay-fired bricks down right away because it's also a really good target for us to use the repurposing bay on to get another synthesizer, but also getting us live, thinning out the deck a little bit, getting another planes. Very important. All good stuff. And we're up against the Forge, which I can exile that because I can get any permanent I want with this, which is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. All right, that's gone. I would have liked to have gotten value of that, obviously off the synthesizer, but we still don't have blue and we're not any closer to finding it. Oh, they're also running the Battlefront in Mardu. Wow. Oh, I see. Okay. I've seen someone running this sort of version before. Let's see whose Battlefront hits better. I'll take that and I'll take that. Yeah, shoot. Get over here, Caretaker. You're not drawing any cards today. Not a chance. This is only colorless mana, right? Yeah, 2 colorless, so we're gonna get the synthesizer no matter what now. I'm running out of these snares, though. I can't keep taking these Forges and Caretaker's talents. There's some blue. Oh yeah, there we go. We're in now, guys. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and send both of those away. Repurposing bay on the bricks and get another synthesizer. And ooh, that's kind of fun. I have the mana for it, and then I can repurposing bay it for a Nexus. That's kind of sweet. Let's do it. I wish these stole artifacts too. Just creatures, right? Yeah, just creatures. That's kind of a bummer. That's fine. We're about to pop off here next turn. We're gonna reset the Forge. We're gonna get a couple triggers off the Simulacrum, and we're gonna have a prowess body on the field that I can sacrifice in the future for huge value. Oh, I don't have double blue. Oh, you bozo. You bozo. All right, well, I screwed up. I for sure screwed up here. What do I do now? How do I recover from this embarrassment? I think I go for a treasure off of this. I don't really want to repurposing bay anything here, I don't think. Yeah, we're gonna pass the turn. I'm actually gonna go for the treasure, I think. I could go with the vault trigger though too, but I don't necessarily love that idea. I didn't have double blue. What a joke. Look at your cards. All right, it's fine. We're gonna take 3. I genuinely, even if I knew that, I don't think it would have changed anything. I think I would have stuck to the game plan here. Here we go. We officially have the mana needed for this play. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll be seeing you soon. GG's. Boom! All right, I'm glad they didn't want to play anymore. I was worried they were going to have instant speed removal for that, and then I wouldn't be able to sacrifice it with my repurposing bay, but we got him. All right, well, I don't want to make too many wild claims, but it does feel like this card, man, this Battlefront is just... It genuinely could be one of those cards from Tarkir that actually does change the meta in some shape or form. Like, it does feel really good, especially built around correctly, because as you saw from the opponent there too, they were running a version of it with Mardu and running the Urbrask's Forge. That's something that I've seen before, somebody playing Boros. And so there's many versions of this that I think are actually very, very viable. I want to run a Boros version of it maybe next week too. I think Boros looks so good. Is there any reason to do anything here? I mean, I could clay fire bricks, I guess, but I wanted to leave my saw blades in case they had another haste threat. But I guess gaining life here too and thinning out the deck for better draws is also important. So see what happens. Could have gone either way. Left the mana opener, not, but another land is kind of brutal. I'm gonna play this so I can start creating tokens to sacrifice for draw. Okay, they really don't have anything, huh? That's weird. That's very strange. Is it burn spells in your hand or what? Pump spells? What's going on over there? I guess we attack. I have a lot of good value in my hand here for destroying creatures. They are a Gruul player with mice. I mean, I thought for sure we'd see a lot more threats by now, but I do have answers if they end up finding them. All right, GG's, I guess. That was a weird non-game. I think they had an absolute absorbent amount of pump spells in their hand, and I think they were just really banking on that Ember Heart Challenger to stick around. Maybe they had a lot of protection spell too to keep it alive. I don't know, but bad call. All right, we find ourselves with a very interesting hand here. Only 2 lands. I think I can make it happen though, because a 3rd land is all we need to really get the ball rolling here. I've got the saw blades, and then repurposing bay can come down and start finding us those synthesizers. So this is really all we need. A 3rd land is pretty scary when you're really reliant on something like that. Okay, Death Touch, Vigilance, so they're not going to tap that, so Saw Blade's not going to get much value here. I still think I'm going to play it though because of the fact that I need it onto the battlefield with the repurposing bay. That is a good target though. Do we wait? No, we don't wait because we can actually just snap up all of this with a simple temporary lockdown. I think that's actually a better idea. Yeah, I like that. I shouldn't have played the saw blades though. Not very smart. It's all good. I was so locked in on temporary lockdown, I didn't even think about not playing. Okay, cool. We got another saw blades. Excellent. Which we'll play here, I think, on our friend here. Man, playing that saw blades was really silly. Sometimes I amaze myself on how silly I can be. All right, so that's gone. Another land is fantastic because we can go repurposing bay immediately with the extra mana into the Simulacrum. All right, we're back on track. Opponent only has one card in hand. We've got a Simulacrum. Gonna go ahead and find some good stuff here off the top. Okay, we got a Repurposing Bay. I guess this does technically find me another Simulacrum, so why not? We play this, it gets us a land. We play the land, we use the Repurposing Bay. Bam! Simulacrum number 2. And I know elves are very much a go wide strategy, but I think we can handle it. Let's see, a land that's gonna also turn on the verges, which is kind of nice. And let's go ahead and send that away. And we got a chump blocker too. Oh, these are just all great. I'll keep all of this because it's going to keep triggering the double Simulacrum hits here, and we're going to keep picking pieces off the field, so that'll work. And looks like no removal, thank goodness. I can block this Glissa, which stops them from, you know, blowing up my temporary lockdown. And from there, we're good to go. Moving forward, this should be a pretty big value swing when I'm taking one thing off the board and gaining 2 creatures every turn. Shoot, this first turn we're gonna get 2 hits. So let's do this. We'll take you. And we know the last card in their hand's not very good because they had all this mana to pump out this last turn, and they chose not to tap anything or use it for the last card in their hand, which means it's probably a land or something not really helpful. So GG's, let's go, man. What a game. We're on a roll right now. All right, hand looks really good. No coco, but pretty good. Oh, should have played that. Whoops. Sometimes you get so locked into the land you're gonna play and you screwed up. All right, so the opponent though is on Omniscience. Oh boy, this might be it for us, guys. This could be the end of the road. End of the win streak, thanks to our friend playing one of the most lame decks in existence. But hey, go for it. There it is. There's the Omniscience. I have no instant speed removal, so that'll be hanging around. Let's go ahead and do the Repurposing Bay. They're gonna GG me, watch. Ready? Here comes the GGs. Oh, a tap land. You're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance at one more turn. Ain't no way. We got the Battlefront. Let's go. I'll take it. Double I was hoping for double Simulacrums there, but these will do. These are basically both synthesizers. Let's go ahead and take that. Get a land. And here comes the Abuelo. Abuelo's gonna hit, and then they're gonna have the Invasion or even a second Omniscience here. Yep, there's the Invasion. Invasion goes on an infinite loop. That takes about 45 minutes to accomplish. So fun. I'm sorry, I really don't like that deck. That deck is super lame. I wish we'd move on from that one. GG's though. All right, well, as much as I don't like Omniscience, I do have to kind of cut it some slack, man. It is a cool deck list. I just hate that it takes, you know, what feels like a year to finish its combo when you do get it. And I don't like that it's so consistent on winning on turn 4. Those are the gripes that I have about that deck. A deck that does something so unique like that, it shouldn't be able to pop off and win every game by turn 4 like on a very consistent basis. And it always does. It always does, but let's see. I guess we'll go with another clay fired bricks here. We got countered. The opponent's running Jeskai Dragons, so expect more counter spells, I would assume. We'll see. We'll see. I have some answers for dragons, though. A couple of good exiling effects if their dragons are too big. But there is a hasty dragon that we got to worry about. Do I do it? I have the answer for that dragon. I guess let's read what it does. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or instant spell from your hand, it gains rebound. Okay. Let's coco. Let's go. Nice. I guess we'll play both of them, and one of them unfortunately is just going to be empty, which I mean I guess is good because I can use it for sacrificial fodder to the Repurposing Bay. But Yeah, that wasn't the greatest coco, that's for sure. This can for sure go. There's that repurposing bay we needed. What else we got? Opponent flashed in Heartflame Duelist, burn spell to the face. Instant sorcery spells have lifelink if they play that. Very interesting. I really should try some of this Jeskai stuff. I've seen a lot of people playing these Jeskai builds with dragons and more control-y. I just don't like playing pure control decks that don't have a really fun win con. It's just not super interesting to me, but there is a really cool new card in Jeskai that does so many things. If you run pure control, it's such a great spell. All right, so we are gonna go repurposing bay here. Now, this isn't the most ideal play for me just because we're gonna take 3 damage for sure from the duelist, and they're probably gonna gain some value out of its life linking mechanic. Because this is all we're doing, and we're gonna grab a synthesizer. So we're scrying, but there's no bodies to block. That's a great card. We're taking it. Let's go. I need double synthesizer next turn off that coco, and then I hope you guys are cool with me calling it coco. It's just a cool word, easy to say, and it's just easier to remember than Battlefront. Oh no, does this bounce stuff? It does. Oh, okay. Not even trying to get back your dragon here, huh? All right, well, there's a couple of options then for us. What do we do? What do we do? I feel like I should play this and then just steal this with this. Get a body to block with the duelist. I mean, that seems pretty good. Another repurposing bay is not bad. I'll keep it on top. Why not? All right, you get over here. I really hate that dragon. I've actually been hit with that dragon a couple of times now. It's pretty sweet, man. And what else does it do? So for 4 mana, you can draw 3 and then discard a card. That's also pretty insane, especially for instant speed. When this creature enters return, that's so wild. All right, so whenever they deal damage, this thing is going to exile cards and give them card advantage. Okay, so I need to be able to deal with this. I have to go find a snare. So if I play this, I can get a snare. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to play this. I know the Battlefront's in my hand. There's a chance I could just get the snare, but I don't want to risk not being able to hit it. So I'm going to guarantee that I get that off the battlefield real quick. Because this is too good. If they start dealing damage to me with fireballs and stuff and drawing cards, that gets out of hand extremely fast. So we're going to deal with that. Probably force them into making a block here. Nobody wants to take 9-10 damage here. GG's. GG's. All right, let's go. What a big win. That's a good comeback game right there. I like that. Snapped right back into the win column. All right, I'm going first here. I got myself the Bay and the Spring-Loaded Saw Blade. Seems really good, especially if it's aggro. We don't have to worry too much. We got we can alleviate the pressure with the Saw Blades. I don't have the mana to get it down on 2 right now because I'd rather curve into the Bay, but we'll see what happens. Synthesize or Solemn can go. Yeah, that can go. I hate throwing that away, but I do have a second one, so we can always climb the ladder of you know, repurposing Bay another way. All right, so they're probably gonna have a haste creature here, so let's just get the Saw Blades out and prioritize that over the repurposing Bay. Here comes the Emberheart Challenger, maybe. Human. Ooh. Okay, not what I thought this was gonna be. Let's see. So this is gonna be very interesting. I think I want to Saw Blades that actually. So we're gonna go ahead and just do that. Say go. Yeah, I'm gonna Saw Blades this away because what does it do exactly? I can't remember. So whenever it enters, they behold dragon, they get the treasure. They got that. Whenever dragon control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Sarkhan until the end of turn. Becomes a dragon. All right. They're gonna blow up one of my lands here. Okay, good. They blew up the. If they would have blown up this one, I wouldn't have been able to play Saw Blades. So I kindly thank them for that. All right. Unfortunately, that's got 5 toughness, though. I can't deal with that with another Saw Blade, so gonna have to just stick with repurposing Bay on this play and hope that next play with the Battlefront I can get some exiling pieces here. If not, I could guarantee one by using the repurposing Bay, but taking another 4 isn't super scary. Going for it. I'm going for it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See you later. Dude, this card is insane, man. I know it requires a little bit of luck too, though, but man, is this Battlefront insane. This card's gonna change some stuff, I'm telling you. Boros might even be better. All right, so we did just win another game that you guys are not gonna see. Our opponent, you know, roped us relentlessly, so it's just not a good viewing experience, nor do I want to edit that. So we're gonna leave that one out, but we did get another win. This hand, though, not good enough. This one a much better hand. Okay, we're gonna drop off Assimilation, I think, because we've got the temporary lockdown. If we need a turn 3 exiling effect, that's a much better one to have, especially against mono red. So let's do it. Let's keep the win train going. The opponent on Golgari, probably gonna be bigger creatures that are out of range, I'm sure, of the temporary lockdown. Obviously the elves is not one of those creatures, but I'm sure they're gonna have more like glissas and stuff, which is actually pretty tough because glissa can blow up my enchantments like the temporary lockdown. It's the only enchantment I have, but it's still a pretty important one. Yeah, there's glissa. We knew that was happening. I guess we go repurposing Bay and hope that the Battlefront here can pull us something big. I like my chances, though. I do. A more mid-range Golgari build like this, I think I definitely like my odds. All right, Glissa draws them a card, I'm assuming. Only one of the 3 that makes sense at the moment. Three mana to spend, and it's an Unholy Annex. That's pretty good. All right, so we need some exiling pieces big time. Let's go, Coco. Come on down. Yes. On both of these, I think. Yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal to use up one of these to take the elf there, but was hoping for more of a Simulacrum hit, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. All right, so I could end up taking that too if I want to, but oh, I should have did that after I repurposing bait. I should have done that. We find ourselves in a bit of a pickle, don't we? I think it's got to be this. And I think what I'm going to do is take a lot of damage this turn so I can set up the Simulacrum synthesizer here. Saw Blades is pretty solid, actually, because it's a good sacrificial pawn for us. All right, let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Let's see what Little Squirt does. All right, that's fine. Discarding is whatever. Discarding is kind of whatevs. Go ahead. We know you want to hit us here. Hit us for 6, 7, 8. All right. Now we're cooking. Let's go. We start cooking on this turn, I feel like. So we're going to start with Saw Blades, even though it doesn't really do anything. We sacrifice Saw Blades for another exiling piece is probably the best thing here. Because we got to get rid of this demon. Demon be gone. And then just end the turn. Now, if I turn my creature into the exiled creature, let's see. So whenever equipment becomes attached to a creature, as long as the equipment remains attached, that creature becomes a copy of the creature exiled. So we could become a Glissa and blow up their enchantment, which is kind of insane. I would have to be careful, though, how I do this. Hold on. So if I attach this, then hold on. Okay, so I was wondering if it would become a copy, like, and keep its mana cost, but it's actually not keeping the mana cost, I don't think so. All right. Oh, I mean, what a top deck, right? Couldn't have been a better hit there. Repurposing Bay, some exiling pieces. That was really, really good. And then we're gonna go ahead and repurposing Bay. This? Yeah, probably, right? Get down the Simulacrum here and get the extra land. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better top deck than that. I feel a little bit bad. We got lucky. This opponent was definitely pulling ahead here, and I thought for sure they were going to win this one. But we got really lucky off the top. That's just the power of this card, though, too. You find it at any point in the game, it's a good draw. Like, it's a good draw at the start of the game. It's a good draw at the end of the game. It's just net positive, man.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
All right, so I've got to figure out how to shake things up here. So we're going to sacrifice Simulacrum, which could force a bounce to happen. I draw a card. Yeah, let's do that first. Let's start with that. Our first time actually using the repurposing base here for maybe getting a Nexus. That's kind of cool. The card draw at the top was pretty abysmal. What do we bounce? I feel like we bounce because this has already been established. I don't want them to bring this back down and create another 6/6 flying demon. I think it's got to be Liliana that gets bounced, right? Yeah, GG's. Okay. Yep. I think that was the right call. I got us the win, right? GG. All right, keep it moving, man. Looking good here. Opening hand looks solid. We're on our way to diamond, man. We might get there very soon. I might just run this after the video is over until I get to diamond. Not sure yet. And the opponent running mono red. I actually like my hand a lot for this matchup. We're gonna use this, gain some life. Probably use the temporary lockdown next turn. And it's a manifold mouse. I mean, should we pull the trigger on this too? This might be too soon to pull the trigger on. Maybe we should just go with the saw blades first. Maybe let them commit a few more things to the board before making that commitment. No, because they could have a bunch of monstrous rage stuff and then react to this, and it just would be kind of ugly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Screaming Nemesis. All right, sweet. I can't really deal damage to that with this though, so that's not very good for us, is it? Not really, but we can gain some life for the time being. If I do decide to pull the trigger on this, I mean, we are only taking 4, but I will not be able to gain life moving forward in the game. That's the thing, right? I think it's worth it, to be honest. I really do. Because I don't gain a lot of life. It's really just off the bricks, and I've already used 2 of them. So let's just do that. Oh, it's 5 damage. I thought it was 4. My bad. I don't know why I thought it was 4. Still. All right, you can go. I'm drawing pretty bad in this one. I need something that's not a land. Coco would be pretty awesome right about now. A couple cards left before they get back to that. That's fine. Those are totally fine. Those don't have haste. That does, and it's going to run into a 2/5 double strike. I don't think so. Thank you, game. I knew we were going to hit one sooner or later. Repurposing Bay, though, is... I guess I do have 2 mana to use, don't I? So I could get... This is tough, man, because if I get this, I take away my 2... Oh, you know what, though? I get a Nexus, don't I? Okay. I'm trying to think of how to play this turn, guys. I'm sorry. So I think Temporary Lockdown is good. I did just take away a lot of things that I could have used for the Repurposing Bay's ability. But I have this to sacrifice, which gets me a Nexus. So I think that's a pretty good win for me overall. I don't know. It's risky. It's for sure risky. I hope the opponent is out of creatures in hand, but nope, they sure are not. Not even close. They said out of creatures. You don't even know what that means. That's a really good hit there. Let's take out you. Let's go get our synthesizer, and then that will scry us some cards to hopefully hit a good Nexus of Becoming. perfect. Let's go. We got this down. We take away their claw. We got a 3/3 blocker. We got a 5/5 blocker. Everything's looking spicy. Here's the biggest issue I've got, though, is the fact that the opponent is going to play Screaming Nemesis here, which is difficult for us to deal with at the moment. Do I have... I don't have my 5 mana. I'm trying to think here. What if I go with you? And then repurposing the bay. Go get this. And then hope our top deck off this Nexus is pretty solid. It's not. I mean, it is for red. I guess that's pretty good, but I don't want it right now. No attacks. Because I can't be dealt 8 back to my face here if they block. They just no fight mechanics I got to worry about unless they drop a green land all of a sudden. Taking 6 is fine here. If they want to swing through, we win the game. They can't really afford to do that, though, can they? All right, let's try to close this out here. How do we close it, though? If we sacrifice this, there are no 5 mana. Oh, man, we might be in trouble here, guys. We might be in trouble here. So if I swing through with these, they block both of these. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're so close. It like literally comes down to... wait, hold on. This wins me the game. What am I saying? Right? This wins me the game because if they block both of these, they take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. We win the game. I'm sorry. I was upset about nothing. Oh, it got even easier. Okay, cool. We get lucky off the top too. GG's. GG's, dude. We get the map token too, which I forgot to take into account for the math. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Love it. Taking down mono red. That's a tough matchup for us, and they had some really solid draws, and they kept recovering, so good win. All right, we got Saw Blades. We got new Coco. We're in. Let's go. Absolutely keep. We do like a green land. That's good. Green usually means mid-range or slower. Okay, Glimpse the Core, a little scary. A little scary for us because that gets them ramping, and you never know what they could get to. Something really massive here. Pretty scary stuff. Green also has artifact removal. So we gotta be careful with that too. I just hope they don't drop like you know, an instant speed smuggler surprise and drop 2 massive creatures. Oh my gosh, it's Ugin. Okay, it's Ugin. Ugin's a problem. Ugin's a very big problem. Shoot, because Ugin can exile anything. You know what? I'm gonna slow him down here. I'm gonna slow down your Ugin a bit here. Yep, 1 less mana. Maybe a whole turn back now on that Ugin, I hope. I guess if they get like a Zendikar or something that gets them 2 mana here, that'll work. Ah, Tear Asunder. Some artifact removal, like I said. They're back up with the Iron Crag. I don't know what we're waiting for here. It's just the Maze Mind Tone trigger, which they finally decided to pull the trigger on, and we'll take the land. And we'll go with Coco, baby. Let's go. Let's see what we get. That does take their Iron Crag, I guess, is pretty good. And then the repurposing bay, for sure. But it's not ideal, man. It's not great. It's not great. I'm trying to slow down the Ugin. That's all I can do is keep trying to slow down the Ugin here. It's probably in their hand too. All right, there's that extra ramp they needed. So they've got it now. Unless I steal that, of course. 4, 5, 6. I mean, they could have just a land in their hand though and get it. 1, 2. This is bad, guys. This is really bad. A simple land in their hand allows them to play Ugin next turn, right? But I don't know. What do I do? It feels like I still should probably try to snare that land away. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, man. I don't think this is the right call. I genuinely don't think that's good because they're gonna hit the land drop, right? They're going to. If they don't, then that was huge. Looks like they don't have the land. That might have been really big for us, guys. Tear asunder again. I think they missed the land, guys, because it would have been for sure land Ugin, like no problem here. All right, let's play this. It's not tapped. I know you're good. It's not trying. I'm not trying to kill your guy. Don't worry. No oops were made here on this one. Plenty of oops in the past. Not on this one. All right, so they're gonna scry. They keep on top of the bottom. All right, they're thinking about it. It's top, but as long as they thought about that, it's definitely not an Ugin on top, so that's good. But I'm guessing it's in their hand, so I'm not getting too excited here. All right, so repurposing Bay for sure on this. Go find myself the synthesizer finally. Temporary lockdown's no good. That's a great card. I guess I definitely want to use this here, right? Call it a day. Let's see what happens. Bring it down. Let's go. Let's see it. Let's see the Ugin. Fee, fi, fo, fum. They're thinking about what they want to exile here. They get back their Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Interesting choice. I thought for sure they'd take the synthesizer on that, but they didn't. Are they gonna draw? If they draw cards here, I'm stoked. Are we drawing cards? I want to run Ugin so bad again, man. That might be another deck build we do very, very soon. I only got the chance to play one version of him in mono white, and I want to see if I can play him in like every color, to be honest. Oh shoot, that's bad. That was worst case scenario there. Unless they use it to the Maze Mind Tome draw, that's really good. Oh, let's go. That's huge. Okay, good. We're fine. We're fine. Ugh. We're a-okay here. Here's the deal. I don't want Ugin to come back, right? I do not want him to come back. So I feel like I get more value here if I exile this instead of Ugin with one of these, you know, sort of exiling pieces. And then attacking into him because they've only got the one. Okay. Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Saw Blades, repurposing Bay. I think that's the move. I'm going to save this snare because it's one of the few things in my deck that can actually take the Ugin. So I'm going to get the assimilation, which can only take creatures, and take this. And what if I turn this actually into that? But then I won't have enough damage to get this through. Okay. Yeah, that'll have to do. All right. I'll turn this, turn one of these into this guy next turn to get more lands. That'd be kind of cool. Opponent has another Tear Asunder. I feel like they really do. Oh, maybe not. Maybe even worse. They've got a Cityscape Leveler. Man, they are obsessed with that Overlord, huh? You can have it. It's not that big a deal to me. I'm surprised you're not taking my whole engine here, which is the synthesizer, my friend. Very strange. Very strange. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We are for sure getting another synthesizer, right? Or should we actually get a Solemn down here and get a bounce? If we get Solemn down to, oh, we can clear the field and win the game here, right? Maybe? Maybe. Let's see. I don't know if we're gonna have enough damage to win the game. We might. I think we do. Okay, so then we bounce you, or get rid of you. Go get our bouncing effect here, which would trigger the synthesizer again. We'll bounce you back to your hand because I don't want you to get replayed later and blow some stuff up. And then is this enough to put him away? That's 12. Yeah, that's 20, 24, 25. Yeah, so we had enough. Yeah, I thought so. GG's, man. I mean, we're 2 games out from Diamond. Absolute run. We just went on the greatest run ever. Coco is nuts. Synthesizer we already knew was nuts. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.